You are
Hang
live.
on.
Okay. What's going on,
It's not
guys?
showing
It's
down on
the
my end.
Dragoncraft Gaming. You just interrupted my intro. Don't make me slap you. Anyway,
Sorry.
Hi.
what's going on, guys? It's the Dragoncraft Gaming. I'm Dragoncraft, and we are here to do some new Tales from Arlenthia. The other campaign had to end because we actually lost a couple players, unfortunately. So, GT Live is live. Anyway, I can't get distracted. Anyway, but yeah, we're doing new Tales from Arlenthia, new campaign. So we have some new players as well. So we're going to be doing that. Also, we are using some stuff from Loot Tavern. We are using Steinhardt's Ryoko's Guide. Ryoko's Guide to what again?
Monster hunting.
No.
Is it? No, it's
No,
like
That's
Yokai
Heliana's.
Realms.
Yeah.
to the Yokai Realms. That's what it was.
Yeah, Ryoko's Guide. And we are also using Heliana's Guide, I believe, right?
Monster hunting.
Yes. Yeah, to monster hunting. Yes, we're going to be
Yoko's
using
Guide to Your
those.
Mama.
We're going to be using those for our campaign here, so shout out to Loot Tavern for that. But yeah, we are going to be doing a whole new campaign. So, we have some new players. Don't introduce your characters yet, because we're going to be doing that in roleplay. But I'm going to introduce one of our people that was here in our last campaign. We have Nazareth, who's here.
who's me.
They're going to be doing a whole new character. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
Bitter Grip is not
Mhm.
going to be with us. We
So
Yeah.
also,
sad.
yeah,
Such a
we
sad
also
character.
have Red, also known as Red Dragon, but we call him Red because I'm also Dragon. We don't need two dragons. Um,
Even though I'm the better dragon.
ha ha ha. We also have Sir Druce. Sir Druce is a new player. We also have Stitches, another new player, and we have Will, who's also another new player. So yeah, we
Hello.
have three new players that are going to be joining us for this. But yeah, we're going to begin our new campaign. So,
Let the chaos reign.
each one of you has been hired as a mercenary. This takes place 100 years later, after the battle with the Devourer of Magic. Most everybody believes that the Devourer of Magic is gone, defeated, never to be seen again, and magic within the realm has been saved. So, Naz, we're going to do a little bit of a bitter grip thing. So, tell
Yeah.
everyone what happened with bitter grip in the final battle.
Yeah. So the story goes that 100 years ago, when the fateful battle went down, um, the fighter, the Ratfolk fighter, Bittergrip. The story goes that, um, just when the party thought that they had defeated the Devourer of Magic, he had one last, trick up his sleeve, one last spell or attack or whatever, It's a story, so who knows where it actually went. Everyone sells it differently. Um, but it goes that he, he was about to get the upper hand again. He was about to take the party out with some final trick up his sleeve, and that's when Bittergrip threw himself before it and took the attack to make sure that they could actually defeat the Devourer. And he gave himself to make sure that the party could win. And he drew his blade and slew the Devourer there, and then succumbed to his wounds. And that's how the story goes.
Yeah. Bitter Grip saved the day, managed to defeat the Devourer of Magic. And now, 100 years later, a new problem arises. The problem being that the Mage City, the new Mage City, is starting to follow in the footsteps of the old Mage City that was destroyed by the gods because the former Mage City decided to usurp the gods, believing that their magic was so powerful that they no longer needed the gods. So they started a war with the gods. And during the time of that war, the gods descended down to pass retribution upon the former Mage City. There was a lot of destruction, and the former Mage City was decimated. Nobody was left. And now, the cities of the kingdom of Arlenthia are concerned because the Mage City has closed its borders, no longer letting anybody within the walls without rigorous checks. So the Mage Cities are concerned, and so the other cities are concerned. The other kingdoms are concerned, and they are sending mercenaries to go and check and take a look and investigate the Mage City. Now, you all have been selected by your whatever kingdom that you come from to go and investigate the Mage City. You all have been gathered within this large council room. The kings and queens from the kingdoms that you come from have all gathered you within this council room. And they are telling you what your duties will be once you get into the Mage City. They tell you you have to get into the city, whether you sneak in, you somehow deceive your way in, however you choose to do it, as long as you get the job done. So, you stand within this council room. We will start.
Hey, Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, can I make a little thing?
Hold on, I saw somebody.
Little...
I saw a chat, and I was worried it was one of those bots trying to get me to buy followers. Then I saw it was Will, so never mind. Anyway,
I want to say a thing real quick for any of the viewers who are looking right now. I fully apologize if any accent I do for my character is horseshit. I try my best, I swear.
They'll cancel you. Beware. No, I'm joking. Anyway,
probably not.
Same
no,
here.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm
so anyway,
it'll be fine.
Anyway, so you are within this council room. So what we're going to do is we're going to start down the list. Naz, go ahead and introduce your character and what they look like.
Okay. So, are we all here in this room?
Yeah, you're all within this council room. You are all the selected mercenaries from your respective kingdom that you come from.
Yeah. So, are we all standing before the council, or are we like?
Yeah, you guys
being
are
called up?
You guys are standing before the council.
Okay.
They are about to give you your orders, essentially. But
yes,
for the sake of the viewers, we're going to go ahead and go down the list and stay so that way they know who the characters are that are standing before the council.
Yes. Well, assumedly, this being a prestigious council, they're being, shown respect by most people because they're in a position of authority and they're
it's a council of the kings and queens.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's the council of the kings and queens of Arlenthia. So,
well, among all of these mercenaries and adventurers, there's one character in particular who probably stands out among the rest. It's a kobold, so he doesn't stand above them; he stands below them, to be sure. And he's wearing a jester costume, a red and blue jester costume adorned with bells, and every time he moves, you can hear them jingle. And he has this sort of dark, kind of rusty red scale color and orange eyes. And everything about his position and mannerisms shows that he is showing no respect at all to the council. It's like he doesn't even want to be here. Um, he's he's not even looking at them. You're paying attention to them, at least visibly. Um, he's currently fiddling around with a a triangle, like the instrument. He has a little tiny metal triangle and the little thing you hit it with. He's kind of just like
Oh
ding,
no.
ding, 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 and he's not even paying attention to them. He's not looking at them, at least.
Right on.
Naz, for love of God, don't get us kicked out right
And
away.
and let me be clear, he's a jester. So, culturally speaking, he can't really get in trouble for this.
No,
Yeah.
you're not wrong, but at the same time, I know your character a little bit.
But so one of
But yeah, that's what he's doing.
the king of the kingdom that you come from, Naz,
Mhm.
speaks to you. He says, "Now, lords, tell me what you can bring to this team that is going to be infiltrating the Mage City. How can you get you and the rest of your team inside?"
Mm-hmm. So, he, when he is spoken to, he sort of perks up and he takes his triangle and the little the stick, and he kind of just like he slides them under his hat, his jester hat, and he looks over to this king and the council, um, and he seems to be thinking about what he's doing, what he's going to do for a second. Um, it's because I'm also thinking about what he's going to do for a second.
Oh no, that's fine. Take your
But
time.
Okay.
let's see. So he kind of
I'm
he
so
walks
afraid.
out from where he was standing and passes in front of everybody else who's here. And
You see a little hand from freaking. Sorry, it's just the bit that you see a little hand from my character just go just like, no, don't.
um and he's just like not even he can't be stopped. So what he does um is he he looks up at the council and he says, think about what he has to say. And I'm also thinking about this because I don't really have a voice for him and I need to figure it out as I go.
Oh, it's fine.
Um,
This is just a introduction of characters, so you don't have to worry so much.
yeah. He kind of takes his hands and he doesn't spread his arms, but he's got them kind of spread as like to address everybody. And um he says, "Well, what can I offer? I can offer anything and nothing at the same time." And he he takes with like it's like a really quick motion, and suddenly from his sleeve he pulls a little tiny, like a kazoo essentially is what it is and what it
Uh-huh.
sounds like, and he plays it and it just makes this horrible little pitiful noise, and at once he he casts he casts minor illusion, and he uses this illusion to create an illusion of himself wearing a knight's armor and sword and shield. And he says, "I may not be a knight or a warrior," and then he dispels it, so that he's back to his normal costume. Um, and he says, "But I'm much more unsuspecting than either." And he, let's see, what does he do next? Let's see. And he slips that kazoo back into his sleeve and sort of turns around to the rest of the room, just kind of looking at them all, and then back to the council. And he says, what does he say? He says, still trying to like get the character down.
The king says to the rest of the council, he says, as you can see, this jester has skills of distraction, deception,
and
which
he
could prove useful.
he gives like a really deep like fancy bow where like he puts one arm over his chest and the other one is kind of outwards in that sort of flowery motion. But as he bends forward, his hat falls off of his head. So he bends forward more to pick it up, and then he falls over. And as he falls over, he rolls forward and slips his hat back on and flips back onto his feet, and then has his arms out in sort of a, presentory motion.
Ta-da!
And then as he does that, a bunch of random, like, comedy objects fall out of his sleeve onto the floor. Like a few of random tiny instruments. And what appears to be a tiny, comically undersized hammer that only a doll would use. And then he kind of hastily scoops that all back up and puts it back in his sleeve.
Yeah. He said the
Just
king.
imagine this sound effect.
What does the council think of this? Like, how are they reacting to him? doing
They
that?
some of them kind of sigh exasperatedly, and the king of your country, of your kingdom, he knows who you are. He doesn't know like as much as like the people from your village would know of you.
Yeah.
But he knows enough.
But he knows what he does.
Yeah. He knows enough to know that you have skills that could prove useful to your team. He doesn't obviously think that you'd be valuable in combat, but he thinks that you would be a good distraction or a good form of deception against the Mage City, and including yourself. You know how much of a threat that the Mage City could prove to the rest of Arlenthia, which is probably the main reason why you took this mission.
Yes, because Lord isn't usually a mercenary. But I think he makes an exception for this because he probably already didn't like the Mage City anyway.
Right.
Knowing their history.
Right.
So he's really just taking this as an excuse to like get back at them, essentially.
Right. So he says, your king says, so this is my selection for the team to infiltrate the Mage City. And he gives a nod to you, letting you know that you could step back with the rest of the others. Yeah.
And he does. But as he does, he doesn't just walk back. He does a little cartwheel back. And this time he doesn't fall over or lose his hat.
Right. So moving on, Red, go ahead and introduce your character.
Yeah. I feel I should say, real quick, I think my character's position would fall under the same person who hired Lauret, only because of what me and Naz talked about for like the relation between my character and Lauret, right? Or no?
Yeah, maybe.
No, you would be more than likely, because the dwarves of this in this world keep themselves separate from the world of man and the rest of the people on the surface. Now, they're not like the dwarves in Dragon Age, where they can't see the surface or they can never go back to their city type thing. It's not like that. It's not as strict as the dwarves in Dragon Age. The dwarves here, though, they do keep themselves separate from the rest of the kingdoms of the surface. And they're somewhat isolationist, but not as hardcore as the dwarves of Dragon Age. So
Dragon.
go ahead.
as I say, I put in my notes about what my character was at, and that they would be with Laura.
Well,
Mhm.
what I'm
The
saying is that
backstory.
well, the thing is though is that technically speaking, you wouldn't be under the same king as Laura is, even though you're from the same region.
Oh,
So you'd be
gotcha,
under
gotcha.
the Dwarven King. So the Dwarven King has they have an underground city, where
Yeah.
which is where the majority of Arlenthia's stone comes from. Like the stone quarries are most of the stone that they get is from the Dwarven Kingdom. So
Gotcha. Also, I'm gonna text you a thing while I introduce my character because I have a question, but I'm gonna make sure I introduce my character while I'm doing so.
Okay. So yeah, the Dwarven King would say, Katnora, please step forward. Now, what do the rest of the party and the council see as you step forward?
Well, if they think of the common dwarf, she is taller than the average dwarf, especially for reasons unknown. But she's about 5 foot tall.
Oh, that's a big
Decently
dwarf.
decently toned, muscular a bit, not too much. She looks like she's had some sort of like training, but not by much. She has short black hair, or not black, sorry, short blue hair.
Uh-huh.
No, no, ay, Jesus Christ. Short black hair with an undertone of blue.
Ah, okay. So kind of like a
But not by
raven-colored hair. Yeah.
Yeah, there is an undertone of blue, but mainly black hair. It kind of looks purposely done for anyone who knows hairstyles. Otherwise, anyone else, it would look like just normal hair. But otherwise, yeah. Hazel brown eyes, not anything too extraordinary there. She does have brown skin, although she probably wearing short sleeves. For anyone who looked at her arms, they would notice the lightest amount of a few blue scales on her forearms. Just on the forearms, though.
Okay. Now, the Dwarven King speaks to you, Katnora, and says, now, please present to the council and tell the council what you would bring to this party who is going to infiltrate the Mage City.
Hang on, I gotta make sure I say this accent correctly. She would kind of look up at like the Dwarven Kings and just kind of just say like, I can bring myself now, can't I? I figure going there is good enough, isn't it?
I speak of your skills. What skills do you bring?
Fine. And she kind of like, would it be called equipping? Nah, whatever. She pulls her spear off her back real quick. It looked like just an average spear, metal. Maybe it has some sheen to it, so maybe it has some sort of property to it. And it's gonna sound cheesy, I swear. As she wields it and everything, she says under her breath, "Flame on," and it just engulfs in flame as you see her holding now just a flaming spear, and she does like a weird twirling thing, like you'd see it the fire dancer just like twirling it all over the place and everything, doing the like backflip with the thing in the air or whatever, and then just like holding it, just like, "This is what I bring to the party," and then just says, "Distinguish," and it goes back away.
The noble council actually gives you a little bit of a round of applause, and they nod. So they say, one of the queens on the council says, so she is a fighter, a strong fighter as that. And the council nods, and the Dwarven King says to you, "You may return to your party," and giving you the go-ahead to step back with the rest of everybody else.
Yeah, she'd walk back over, and as she walks back, she would like whisper to Laura, just like, "Did I do okay?"
Naz, you there? Naz?
Oh,
Naz.
Oh yeah, there you are.
I didn't realize I was being talked. I didn't realize I was being spoken to.
It was a quick little thing. She just says like,
Yeah.
As she's walking back, she whispers to you, just like, "Did I do okay?"
Yeah. And I don't think he didn't say anything. He just kind of, he reaches to give an assuring pat on the shoulder, and then he realizes he can't reach because he is
Smaller
very
than you.
short. He's 3'8", so
Yeah.
he just gives a reassuring look, instead, and then he goes back to whatever he was doing.
All right. So, Sir Druce.
Yeah.
You're so remind me what is your character's race again? I forget.
Human.
Okay, so yeah, you'd come from the human kingdom. So the queen of the human kingdom says, so my selection for this party is Nelson. Nelson, please step forward.
I really gotta make this joke real quick, just because this name sounds so close. Nelson.
Okay. Not what I was going for.
This is the name. I'm sorry, the name just sounds so close. It was just like I can hear it.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Someone had to.
But yeah, the queen asks you to step forward. So what does the rest of the party and the council see as you step forward?
So you see a man. He's got pretty pale white skin, a scar across his nose, black hair, blue eyes, and for those of you who are familiar with Skyrim, he's kind of wearing that Thieves Guild armor kind of thing on right now.
Oh yeah.
He's got 2 rapiers at his side. He looks pretty professional at what he does.
So one of the council members asks you, they say, so, Nelson, what do you bring to the party? What skills do you bring to this infiltration of the Mage City?
All right, please forgive me for this accent. Even though I should be naturally good at it, I'm not. All right, well, you see here, mate. I bring the actual infiltration skills, the actual stealth, the sleight of hand, the ability to woo the certain people to get into areas I shouldn't be.
Do you have anything that you can demonstrate to us?
Let me see here. He's gonna... I mean, it's basically just like a magic trick. He's gonna take out a couple of his ball bearings that he's got. He's gonna like twirl them between his fingers, clap his hands together, and they're both gone. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
Yeah, I was thinking that you were gonna like just hold up a wallet and say, well, I nicked this off of him earlier.
And it's like, oh,
You know what? Make
you're
him
not
roll. Make him
prepared
roll
for
to see
what
if
I
he
can
would have done
do, and he
that.
does the trick where it looks like you're pulling your thumb off.
I want to see if that would have happened. Can he roll to see if he would have done that?
That's up to him.
See if I like lifted somebody's wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say-
just like
Be
just
like,
a
yeah, I
D20
nicked this off this
baseline
guy
D20.
earlier.
Somebody's coin purse.
Do you
And
want
then
to do
above
that?
he does. Below 10 he
Yeah,
doesn't.
sure. What am I rolling here?
You're gonna roll sleight of hand.
Perfect.
I was gonna say a baseline 20, but all right.
Oh, why is it rolling with advantage? I mean, I rolled the same thing anyway, but I gotta turn that off.
What did
set
you
off by
roll?
default.
14? Yeah, you would have
14.
lifted. You would have lifted somebody's wallet. Well, depends on who you wanted to lift it from. Would you have lifted it from one of the council members, or would you just have lifted it off of the guard passing by? How
just one of the
daring would your
guards.
character have been?
Probably just one of the guards. You don't want to piss off the client.
Right. So yeah, you lifted one off the guard. So what do you do with that once you when you're talking to the council?
After I do my sliding hand trick with the ball bearings, you know, I rub my hands together, shuffle around a little bit, and I get the wallet in my hand.
Hmm.
I also lifted this from one of the guards on the way in. He doesn't know.
All of a sudden, you hear a guard in the background watching this whole thing happen. She's like, "Hey, it's my wallet."
You know what? Just because it would be funny, yeah. You just kind of hear that like softly in the background. I can't find my wallet. And the one of the council members just kind of looks back there and says, "Nah, I'll compensate him later." So
I'm not worried about that, mate. I'll make sure to give it back on my way out.
very well then. So, well, it seems that your skills are fairly evident. The queen nods and says, "You can step back with your companions, Nelson."
Of course. Thank you, love. He's gonna step back.
Are you trying to do a British accent or a Australian accent?
It's supposed to be more Englishman than Australian.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I got from it was like a working class Englishman.
Okay. But I heard it, I'm just like, hey, that sounds similar to my posh.
So, next we have Stitches. Stitches, why don't what race is your character again? I forget. Wait, no, I know, I remember. Never mind. We just talked about this earlier.
Yep.
So you see one of the kings is of Asian descent, and he has a it wouldn't be called Japanese accent in this world. It would be Tanzanian, but they have a thick Japanese accent as they speak, and I'm not gonna butcher that, so I'm not gonna do a Japanese accent. So say it again, Stitches.
What's the matter? Why won't you do that?
Right.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So they say, my selection for this party is Tamika. Tamika,
Nope.
please, step forward.
That's not how you pronounce his name.
Well,
Amika.
Tamika, okay.
Tamika.
Tamika? Okay.
Amika, sorry.
Okay, Tamika.
I was
Tamika.
closer.
They ask you to step forward. So what
All right.
does the party and the council see as you step forward?
Yeah, so Tamika walks up and you guys see, actually he doesn't walk up. I will get to why he doesn't in a minute. But you guys see a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's about like 3'5" on a good day.
Halfling?
Nope. He's a little guy. He's an Inco. So basically, he's a monkey man. He's got
right.
he's got a tail. He's got a nice monkey tail that's about like honestly, stretched out, it is the same size as him.
All right, one moment, because you are coming through really, really low. Let me turn you up. before you get to your description. All right, say something. Let me make sure your volume.
Hello?
Let me turn you up a little bit more. All right, say something again.
Hello?
All right, good. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, go ahead.
So Tamaka is he's an Inko. He's got a tail that, like, when stretched out, is about the same size as he is. He's got brown fur all over him, with a little tuft at the top. At the top, that's like coiffed over. He's got goggles and these gloves on. These fingerless gloves, and he's got no shirt on because he's a monkey. And he is looking down at a little thing that he's like kind of moving around in his hand. And when he hears his name, he looks up to the council and he goes, "Huh?"
Yeah, you're the king of Tenzin, which is where you would come from. Says to you, please demonstrate what skills you might bring to this party in order to infiltrate the Mage City.
I bring smart. I'm the smart guy. I build things. I'm mostly good with like life things, like how to bridge the gap between nature and technology. I'm pretty good at magic. That's about it. I'm good at a decent amount of things.
Is there anything that you can demonstrate to the council? One of the other council members says to you.
You want me to show off a thing? I'm not a monkey, man.
Well, he says, well, no, I don't want you to do that. I mean, I'm talking, do you have any of your things maybe that you built that you could demonstrate to the council?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not super prepared for this. I just thought my king would have told y'all that, like, I'm really smart and I would be fine. But I have this thing. He pulls out a bat. He digs in his bag and he pulls out an orb. This is called the orb of gravity. The orb of gravity.
They
he
watch
just holds
intently.
it up to the council.
Yeah, they watch intently.
Then he lets go of it, and it drops to the ground. And then he looks back up at the council.
Is that it?
Yeah, it lets you know if the planet that you're on has gravity or not.
Oh. Well. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then he picks up his orb and walks back to the
They all look at each other somewhat confused. And but the Emperor of Tenzin just kind of shrugs a little. And then
my king's like, he's not normally like this, I swear.
Yeah, if the same emperor or the same king of Tenzin says, since the other kingdoms don't seem to have as much concern for the Mage City and their doings, I brought a second selection to this party. Rio, please step forward. And Will, what does the party and the council see as you walk forward?
Okay, so you see, party and council sees a.
Will, is there any way for you to be able to up your volume? Because I can barely hear you. Because I have you cranked to the max and I could barely hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, that's much better. Go ahead.
Okay. So, the party and council sees a sort of hunched over, we'd assume maybe man, maybe something else, but they're wearing very tattered sort of armor and a very old looking walking stick in one hand. On their back is a rusted, very old looking shield and a cloak that has very strangely what looks like a foxtail as a collar. He kind of walks forward and kind of looks over all the kings and queens here, and he kind of tisks a little bit before looking back towards the king that sent for him and gives him a tiny nod.
All right. So one of the other council, the human queen, says to you, "So, what skills do you bring to the party to infiltrate the Mage City?"
Rio kind of coughs for a little bit. He's going to say, "Well, I can provide food supplies. I can also provide, as you can probably tell, defense against those that would do us harm. And I have my own flair for magics."
Is there anything you can demonstrate to the council that you can do?
I would suggest those of sensitive hearings should probably leave the council, as I'm told that this particular spell is quite loud.
They look at each other and they nod and say, "Please proceed."
Yeah, Rio will kind of stand up, and you realize he's well over 6 feet tall. He was just slumped over a little bit, and he will take his walking stick, raise it up, and you see lightning start to cover the staff, and then bring it down, and everyone inside the room just gets hit by the sound of thunder. There's like a very prominent sort of either indentation or suit marking from where he hit his staff against the ground.
Oh, and by the way, those of you who've used a spell or something as a demonstration, you don't have to remove a spell slot for it. I'm not gonna make you lose a spell slot for a demonstration to the council. So, they all kind of cover their ears, but after a moment, they actually kind of give a small round of applause to you, and they say, the Tanzanian king says, "Very good, Rio. You may step back with the rest of the party."
We'll give him a nod and slowly walk back towards the party, just making sure that his walking stick is nice and undamaged from the demonstration.
Right. So, after all of you have introduced yourself and shown your skills to the council is silent for a moment before the one of the kings on the council stands up and says, "Now, we will give you your mission. You have all been selected to infiltrate the Mage City, as you know. But what you are to investigate is what they are doing now that they have closed their borders. We do not want to have a second God War in Arlenthia. The last one was devastating as it was. The aftermath of the God War left the country of Arlenthia in shambles, as the rest of the country relied so heavily upon the creations of the ancient Mage City. Now, we are not as reliant on the Mage City as we were back then. But another God War would still be devastating to the rest of the world, because they could be caught up in the aftermath. They could turn their ire on the rest of Arlenthia, saying that the people of magical influence cannot be saved, that they all believe that they are greater than the gods themselves just because they have magic, even though we know this not to be true. But, as we know, the gods can be fickle. So, to prevent another god war and the gods descending from the heavens again, we must investigate the Mage City and make sure that they are not going to start another god war. That is your mission, the main objective of your mission. Now, if you can do something to stop them, if you happen to find that they are in the process of starting another god war, then by all means do so. But your main mission is to find out what they are doing and bring back whatever intelligence that you can bring. Do you all accept this mission?
Rio will nod his head. Everyone gets the impression that he's not really all that talkative. It's much more simple gestures or this or that, or very short words, but yeah, you can tell that he's taking this very seriously.
Now, what about the rest of the party?
Yeah, I think
I
Loret steps forward. And he looks to the council and he says, I accept, but make no mistake, this does not mean that I am a servant to royalty. And he just, makes his way back to where he was, or leaves, or whatever. Is
The
this is
king,
not going to set a precedent that he's just going to do whatever they say.
the king of the kingdom that you're from, he kind of he's a dragonborn, by the way. I should have I neglected to mention that.
Yeah,
He is a
I assumed,
dragonborn.
but I didn't want to,
Yeah,
say anything.
he's a dragonborn, and he's a dragonborn specifically with a tail. As you guys know, being from Arlenthia, obviously, you know that royal or noble dragonborns have tails, whereas the common-born dragonborn do not. And he nods to Loret and he says, "Believe me, I was under no such impression." Giving a nod to Loret. So what about everybody else? Loret and Rio have agreed.
Katnora kind of steps up like, well, if Loret's in, I guess I might as well be in then too.
All right. What about the rest of you?
If I can get more funding for my research, yeah, sorry, I thought I was muted. If I can get more funding for my research, I guess I can do it.
All right. That leaves Sir Druce's character.
Oh well, if everybody else wanted to do it, I might as well do it too. So it looks like some nice coin and quite a nice adventure.
Very nice.
Can I just say real quick, at the start of that sentence you were saying, it sounded like you had some Western accent at the start of that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just gonna be switching between as many as I got.
Mhm.
To be fair, I'm
Until
probably in the
Until
same
you find
boat.
one that fits, yeah, makes sense.
My problem is I
It'll
keep on
keep
getting
all thinking
Irish in the
whether
mix
which
of my
one's the real
Scottish.
one. Maybe this is all an act he puts on.
Like you have
Maybe
multiple
he sounds
accents, yeah.
stereotypically Southern.
Yeah, like you have multiple accents, so that way nobody really knows which one's real. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I like that. So
Mine's not on purpose. Mine is just accidental.
the council nods to you and says, "Very well. You may depart and make your preparations and leave whenever you see fit." And the council then dismisses your group.
Yeah, I think Lord already left. He didn't wait for a dismissal.
All right. So, would you guys like to go to a inn, or a tavern maybe, to kind of discuss amongst yourselves what you guys will do,
And-
or?
Also, he didn't go far. He's just like waiting outside the room or the building or whatever, so he can link back up with the group.
All right.
I was say as soon as like they got dismissed everything, freaking Katnora just like, all right, wait up.
And he's just hanging out outside.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go to an inn, tavern, or someplace else maybe?
Tavern,
Yes.
maybe.
It's time to get fucked up.
All right. So you
Yeah,
guys
it's gonna get
head to a
squashed.
tavern. All right. So what I'm gonna do, because I have to use the bathroom, I'm gonna let you guys role play amongst yourselves and discuss your current mission and how you want to handle it. Just kind of update me a little bit when I get back, kind of like a nutshell version. But I do have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
He always does
Yeah.
this.
So assuming that we're going to the tavern or an inn, should we go to a tavern or an inn? Should we get drinks or a bed first? Honestly,
I think drinks would do good.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
drinks
take
are
in what
good
we just got told.
icebreaker.
Yeah. So Loret, I'd like to think that he's leading the way. It's clear that he knows his way to to the tavern and around the streets. And when he gets in, he sits down and he has his drink, and the drink that he orders is very distinctly the cheapest one. And he's just sitting, having his drink, and if anyone wishes to approach, he is there.
As say, Cat Nora would have been probably trailing behind him, kind of awkwardly doing so as she realizes the difference in size makes it weird that the little guy's leading the way, and
Yeah.
probably grabs the keg of ale. Or not the keg, sorry, friggin'. Jesus, I don't know why I went with keg. A pint. Pint would be the one that I was looking for.
A mega pint, perhaps.
Yeah. Ultra
I
punk.
mean, she's only five. She's 5 foot. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a thing real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna check a thing because I
Give me
actually
a
might just
barrel.
say.
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
I might just
Pro
have her
gamer.
do a whole keg of ale. Actually, so hang on.
Give me
I'm
one for
gonna
the
do
trip.
what's called a pro gamer move and get blacked out on my
Uh,
first night with new people.
That's right. You're telling me
idea.
you're not supposed to do that?
Yeah, she grabs a keg
That's
of
how you
ale.
meet new people.
Whenever Laura goes to sit down, she goes to the barkeep. She kind of just slips him a coin, and he lets her get behind the bar real quick, and then like you don't see her for a second, and then she comes back out with a keg on her shoulder, just like doof, doof, and just sits down
Gonna
and just
farm
pops
around
the
it.
cork out.
Just
So
drinking
she's
straight
sitting
from the
down with
tap.
a whole keg. I rolled a 21 for a strength check to see if she could carry it.
Yeah. So what are the other guys up to?
Tamaka is probably sitting at the bar, and he's digging around in his bag, and then he pulls out this little thing that looks like it's made of paper, and then he puts it to his mouth and he lights it.
Huh. Oh, you got
okay.
a joint.
Yes, exactly that.
Think-
He begins smoking. He begins smoking in the bar.
Yeah.
I think it's just Nelson's
let her
just getting
place
some
forward.
wine. We're gonna sit with the group, or the biggest collection of us anyway.
That
Yeah.
would be probably
Laura's
me and
probably at the bar.
Laura right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know
I
what
will
kind of
say
chairs they have at the
I'm-
bar, but if they're short enough, he probably has to stand on it to be able to reach.
Oh,
because he's
no.
6'8".
We need a booster seat for our
Yeah,
fellow
he needs
here.
the high chair.
Wait, actually, real quick, genuine question just to double check. What's everyone's heights? I know mine's 5 foot.
Yeah.
I put that specifically just like because that's a maximum for dwarves.
6'5".
Mm,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Lord's 3'8".
I'm just gonna say 6 foot.
3'5".
I don't think I wrote one down, so I'm just
Hey!
providing as I go.
Laura has a friend.
Someone finally shorter than
Okay,
him.
so we're a mixture of short people and giants. Got it.
Yeah, short people and tall
Yeah.
people.
What the fuck's an average
Cat-
height?
All right, I'm
Cat
back.
we're
Nora being
either
the only one in
freakishly
the middle.
tall or freakishly short.
No,
Yeah,
Cat
right.
Nora's in the middle.
We're gonna pick on. Well, no,
Pick
you're
for
a
her.
giant dwarf, right? Let's get that shit straight.
Fair enough.
All right, so
Hey, Dragon, real quick side question. In a tavern, is there a no smoking rule?
no,
Okay.
It's a
That would have been
tavern.
really funny if I
It's a
knew.
tavern.
This is
Tamako
like the
would
like-
not
place
care.
you would go to smoke.
Guys, Tamako would not care.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
all right. So, what happened while I was gone?
Not very much.
Not much.
We kind of just sat down. Laurent went out of his way to order the cheapest drink that they have.
Okay.
So whatever that is, he's got it.
All All right.
Cat Nora went out of her way to get a giant keg of whatever was behind the bar. The bar.
Right. All right.
Nelson just got a glass of wine.
So how much gold does everybody have?
I have 15
I
because I
start
gave
off
that
with
guard his wallet back.
Enough.
I start off with 25.
Okay.
me
So
see.
a full keg of ale will probably cost you. Will cost you 3 gold.
Sounds fair.
I have 10 gold with my background. I think that's all I have.
All right. So a meal at this tavern, if you wanted to get food, would cost you like 3 coppers. A cup of ale versus the full keg that was just bought. Versus that, it would cost you probably 5 copper for just a cup of it. And if you really want to get the fancy wine, that'll probably cost you like a couple silver if you want the fancy wine that they have. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a classy gentleman, all right.
So yeah, those are what the prices would be for what they would have.
Kamika's not spending shit. He's just smoking.
Mhm.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
all
I
Loric gets is the cheapest drink they have.
Yeah,
I'll be
which would
getting
be
a
just
wine.
a mug of ale, which would be like 3 copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rio goes, he has grabbed a glass of the cheaper ale, and he's kind of off to one side, just kind of looking over the other tavern guests and over
Alright,
the
so for a
party.
cup of the cheap ale, that would cost you 3 copper. You want to mark that down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the conversion of a gold piece to a copper piece?
I think it's a 10 copper for a silver,
I have a
10 silver for
I have
gold,
a picture.
I think.
I have a picture of all the things. Let me get it.
Okay.
Ladies is just a boy.
Yeah, I think it's 10 copper for silver, and then 10 silver
Um,
for
Supposed to,
gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
For those uninitiated, it's 1,000 copper for 1 gold, I believe.
No, it's 100.
100? What sense is
So
that?
yeah,
make?
because each coin is just like 10 of one to get to the
Yeah.
next one. So
I
the 10
sent the
copper
conversion
probably
table
will
in
get
table
someone
talk.
gold.
I thought Electrum was yeah.
Man, who the fuck has ever used Electrum?
Yeah.
No, I know.
It's like
I just thought it was higher.
made up coin. Like seriously, fake coin. Nobody
I thought it was
uses this.
higher.
But yeah, there you go. There's our currency system there.
Yep.
But
I think. Oh, Cat Nora will start like. She'll grab a couple cups from the barkeep since she already bought a whole keg, so she kind of like goes up, just like, Can I grab a couple of those cups over there? I really cannot do his accent.
you know, he's a large orcish gentleman, and he says, "Yeah, sure." Plunks them down in front of you.
Thank you. And she'll take the cups, bring it back over to the table with Laura, and just kind of just ask him like, "Hey, Laura, you want to do some dice?" Jesus Christ, I might. I can't stick with the Scottish. I really can't. Can I just go Irish? It's fine. Can I just do Irish? I can at least make sure I can stick.
Do
to
it. I believe in you, man.
Yeah, go for it. It's your
It's not
character,
gonna
man.
sound
Do
strong.
whatever you want. It's
Dude,
fine.
it's magically delicious.
No, because I keep on wanting to default to. I keep on.
Now, if you do the Irish accent
default to
badly,
posh.
I'm half Irish, my friend. kick your ass.
I mean, I'm half
Fight me.
English
Fight
and
me.
I can barely do the English accent, so.
Well, no, I keep on trying.
I've got
I keep on
Irish
defaulting to
ancestry.
posh when I'm doing the accents, so it's annoying. But yeah, no, I'll just do more of the Irish one because that one I can at least like differentiate. It's just so stupid. I know.
Alright.
So he puts the cups in front of Laura and her and everything, asking him like, "You want to play a game?" And she takes some dice out.
And he just kind of he smirks and he says, "Well, depends what kind of game."
Liar's dice.
Hmm.
For what I'm referencing basically the game
I know what you're
Pirates of the
referencing.
Caribbean.
Yeah, I
We
think
know
he's saying that for
codes.
the benefit of the viewers, just in case they don't know.
I think he sort of he doesn't narrow his eyes, but he like sort of half closes them as he smirks, and he just says, "Sure."
We can
Alright.
legit play it too in there. It's just basically 5d6, I think.
Well,
Yeah, I know how to play liar's dice.
Well, what
I
we're
know
gonna
how it
do
works.
is we're going
Vaguely.
to get into you guys discussing how you're going to infiltrate the Mage City, and we
Mhm.
could say that you guys are playing that game while you discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
Yeah, I'm not actually.
something I forgot to mention while I was describing Kamika. He's also wearing a cloak. The hood's down, obviously. But he's wearing a cloak, and it's like it's shimmery and like it's got this rainbow pearlescent color to it, and that's it.
Interesting.
Oh my lord, Will, is that Genji from Overwatch in that fucking thing in the meme
Yes.
channel? Oh my lord. Okay.
Dragon versus dragon.
All right. So, what do you guys discuss about your current mission?
Well, who's gonna bring it up first?
Alright, lads.
Cat
How
Norwell.
exactly do we plan to get into the city?
And I
You can
think
walk.
Loret, he's like playing the game with Cat Nora, and we probably shouldn't be doing like a bunch of rolls for this because it would just bog everything down. But he's probably winning
That's fine.
because he's got really
Hey.
high stats for playing this.
I have
has really high
proficiency in this
deception.
dice set game.
Yeah, and Loret has a +7 to performance and deception. Anyway, he sort of kind of leans over to look at the rest of the group in between playing the game, and he says, well, I'm sure I could get us in, at least at the front gates.
Yeah, we
Alright.
could just
plan
walk
to do that one.
I didn't hear a word anybody just said.
I said, yeah, we can just walk in.
That
You
is that
guys
in
would know
character?
from
I have a hard time telling if you're in character or not because you don't really do much of a voice.
Real
Yeah,
quick, you guys would know that they heavily screen people coming through the front gates. Just so you know, because you heard this from rumors of people talking about the Mage City essentially shutting its borders.
Yeah. And so Loret says, well, no, we can't just walk in. It's not that easy. Which is where I come in. I think they can at least get us beyond the gates. Maybe do a little more, but I know I can do that. And he sort of looks down at the game for a second, then he looks back up, and he sort of looks at everyone a little sternly and says, at least try not to kill anyone on our way in.
Don't kill anyone, yeah. Yeah, I think I could promise that for you.
Cat Nora looks at him just like, can't just kill one person?
Nah, doll. You can't kill anyone there on the way in.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
defaulted
this
to posh.
evolution. I love this evolution.
You know what? You know what? Screw it. I'm going posh because I just defaulted
You're
so hard
posh.
into posh. I hate myself so much because it does not fit at all for what my character
This is
supposed
why
to be.
I
but
don't do a voice. Because
I don't
I
usually
also
do a voice
can't
either,
stick
but I felt
to
like
it.
doing it this time.
Because I also can't stick to it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself on stream.
I have a hard time with accents, but I can do different voices. So, I'm working on
See,
the
I
accent
have
thing.
benefit
I'm
of
working
not
on it.
seeing Twitch chat at the moment, so I don't gotta care.
But,
Yeah,
Or-
I
or-
most
or
of my
whatever.
views, I'm not gonna lie, most of my views come from YouTube. So,
Fair
But-
enough.
you know, I do stream on Twitch, you know, just in case we do get viewers. Because, I don't know. Sometimes we can get up to like 8 viewers. Sometimes we don't get any. It just kind of depends.
Oh
but-
wait, right. You only stream on Twitch, but then you put the video on YouTube, right? Or
Yeah.
you stream both at the same time?
No, I stream on Twitch and then I upload it to YouTube later.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we had 27 videos from the other campaign at one point. So anyway, but yeah, continue. My bad.
I think she would respond. Who was the one who just said doll?
Oh my God, are you gonna do the Lola Bunny thing?
Maybe.
Oh God.
that was Nelson who said that.
Was that Nelson? Where's Nelson at?
I assumed that he was sitting with the rest, right?
So we're all at the table?
Yeah, you guys were all at the table discussing the mission.
Yeah, I thought we were all sitting at the bar or something together.
Okay. Can I kick the chair out from under Nelson?
Make a strength check.
Mm.
Don't
Can I-
mind if I do.
Can I contest this by attempting to put the chair back the moment that
Dodge it.
Laura- No, the moment that
Well, no, he's
Laura
doing this
does
to
that.
Nelson. So, but Will's trying to. Will's
I'm
character's
sorry,
trying
I
to
wasn't
help
paying
Nelson.
attention. I was talking with my grandmother. What happened?
Oh, because you called Cat Nora doll. Cat Nora's gonna try and kick your chair out from underneath you.
Oh,
And Rio sees this happening. He will attempt to put it back right before you fall onto the ground.
All right, so for
I got
Will,
16.
it'll be contested. But the thing is that Cat Nora is going to be using a strength check. For you, Will, it will be a dexterity check to see if you're fast enough to stop the chair from falling.
Okay. Is
Come on,
acrobatics
come on.
good?
Acrobatics that's dexterity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
I
it would
think
be
so.
acrobatics. Yeah, go for it.
16.
Ooh, it's tied.
I got 16 as well.
So
Wait, what's your modifier?
2.
Damn it, same thing here.
So what this will be?
Beats it, beats it.
Hold on. So what this will be is that it's kind of like this. Just because it'll be funny, it'll just be this like stalemate of the chair falling back and Ketnora trying to tip it over, and Rio just holding it and it not quite falling over. So so Nelson is just kind of
It's
leaning
like
backwards.
Diagonal.
Yeah, he's just kind of like
he's gonna
leaning
put his
backwards.
feet up on the table as they do this.
Take advantage of the situation.
Thanks, doll. Really appreciate it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And at that
You know what? She
point-
turns to Lort real quick, just like, Lort, can I do a thing?
And
And
at that point, Rio lets go of the chair.
Oh shit!
Damn.
and I think
The betrayal.
Laura just says, I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
That happens.
So Nelson falls backwards onto the floor.
Ah,
I think at that point,
do me like that.
like as he's on the floor before he gets up, she kind of stands over him for a second and like points the spear at him, not in a sort of gesture of like she's gonna poke him, just more so just pointing it at him, and just yeah, that line of just like, don't you dare call me doll.
Oh my
Understand
god,
me?
he did the Lola Bunny thing.
Threw off. It was funny.
Also, I bought that doll face. How about that?
I love this evolution of character for your character, Juice.
Damn it, I don't have anything bludgeoning. But I have a fist.
Yeah, I think at this point, Lord casts message, and Cat Nora can hear him, but nobody else can.
Yeah.
And he says to her, he just says it's not worth it. Don't do it. This is not going to help us at all. Don't do this.
Visibly, you can like everyone would see her just like have that scoff of just like, oh. But like internally, Laura hears her just say like, fine.
Yeah, and she can respond back, and not be heard by anyone else but him.
No, yeah, no, I'm aware of that. She just say like,
Yeah.
fine, I'm getting his ass later.
All right.
And then
Yeah.
he sort of looks back down at the game they're playing, and then says to her, still in message, I think you should focus on winning first.
Out loud this time, she just says, "Screw off, will ya?" Anyways, to
No,
your
that's not very
planning
nice,
of
folks.
getting
You know
in-
what's language around here.
She picks up the dang keg and just takes a giant swig and then plops it back down next to her, just like,
She's
You
very
know what?
prickly today, it
What's your
seems.
strength modifier, by the way?
me?
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah, you could probably lift the keg easily enough.
I did a roll earlier. I got 21.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
then you definitely would be able to do it.
You know, she was gonna respond a little bit to like the general conversation of entry to the magic thing,
Go ahead.
city. She's gonna say like, you know what? How's about we just steal some of their clothing? I know the fool here can make a disguise, but let's say we get some of our own disguises. Wouldn't be too hard,
And
though, would it?
I think he just says, he says, well, there's no need for that much effort. We don't need disguises. We're already wearing them. And then he sort of stands up on his chair and gestures to the whole group and says, because we're not adventurers, we're a circus. And, you know, sort of grins.
Oh,
Like, you know, that's our cover story. We can just say
That's-
we're a circus and go in.
that's actually not bad. That's not a bad idea. I like that.
Hey, it could be a lot
You know what?
worse. Someone could pretend to be a bug.
Cat Norris says to Laura actually real quick, like, we're going with Plan C.
You know, it's a good idea, mate. You're just taking a lot of the fun out of it. Took all the fun out of it.
And I think he just says, well, there's nothing more fun than this. What, do you just want to sneak in? You do
What
nothing?
happened sneaking in? Half the bloody fun. Acting like a bloody circus. I ain't no fucking clown.
But then how's about
You don't... And he just says, well, you don't have to be.
Just to let you know, Sir Bruce, that you're breaking up a bit. Just to let you
Yeah,
know.
mate.
Oh no, now it's fixed. You're good.
I was gonna say, Cat Nora could like kind of tell. I think it was. Sorry, I'm still trying to get you to y'all's voices. I think it was Nelson who was saying about it, but like says back to Nelson like, how's about you hide while the rest of us distract? Would that be fun enough for you?
I think that'd be bloody brilliant.
And Laura
Good
kind of
then.
nods along and says, yes, you could go in another way while we make a big scene at the entrance, the circus trying to get in, and you can have your fun sneaking in and we won't weigh you down.
Awesome. I like this plan a lot better.
Ooh, Laura, can we use a cannonball?
Cannonball. Cannonball.
And he
for
just
what?
says, we don't have a cannon.
And she flexes her arm and just says, "Who needs a cannon?"
Get her a cat.
And he kind of just
Bitches love cannons.
And in response, he just says, I don't even think you could lift a cannonball.
Visibly pouts is just like, and crosses her arms just like, meh, 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 meh.
And then he continues saying, and what kind of circus has a cannonball anyway?
He's got a point of.
Uh-oh, he's
Oh, yeah,
going out.
You're cutting out.
He's going
What
out.
the fuck? God damn it!
And I can
Don't
understand
worry, I'm
you, but it's
checking
just
to
the
see if
quality is really
PlayStation
bad.
Network is back online.
No, it's not.
Oh no, the poor dude.
It's never coming back. It's Jover.
It's Jover. I wouldn't be surprised.
Although I did hear what you said though. No,
I did forget.
you know, I'm calling you by your character for right now. I did hear what you said, Nelson. So don't worry.
Oh, that's good.
I guess Kenora would kind of like say a bit to like the other two, just like, what's your opinion on the plan then?
Hamaka looks up from his smoking and looks over to the group. Yeah, I guess we can be a circus. I call being the ringleader and getting the top hat.
And I think, Lauret, he says, I think you would make a good acrobat.
Me?
And he's like, well, is there anybody else?
Why would I make a good acrobat?
And he just says, well, you're certainly not ringleader material.
What does that mean?
Oh, that was a sick burn. Sick burn.
And he just kind of grins. He doesn't respond.
I think
No, that's not
Kenora
coming
says the
from-
freaking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're all good. I was gonna say Kenora was gonna quickly respond to Nelson when he says sick burn, just saying, "If you don't shut it, I'll burn you."
Oh, maybe I'm into that kind of thing. You don't know, do you?
Oh,
Tamako
Jesus
responds and says, "That's funny coming from the jester, a guy whose job is to, be a fool for the king."
Oh, just to let you know, though,
Yeah,
Sir Druce, I checked, and the services are starting to come back slowly. So you might want to start checking at some point.
No, I've been checking it this whole time, man. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
And, in response, Laura just says, yes, exactly, which is why I know a lot more about being in a circus than you do.
Tamako responds, and says, "Yeah, so you know a lot about making a fool of yourself, which is why I'm not the one being the one in the circus. I'm the ringleader."
And I think, Loret says, "No, I think we already have a ringleader," and he gestures to Rio. Because who better to be the ringleader than the one who isn't crazy like the rest of us?
I'm not crazy.
Oi, I'm not bloody crazy. I just you.
And he just looks over and says, "Well, what are you doing here then? You wouldn't be
Me?
you wouldn't be here if you weren't crazy."
I need money
I'm not
funding.
crazy. I'm just a professional.
Above it. I need funding for my research. Why else would I be on a mission that gives me a lot of money?
What are you researching anyway?
Researching, you know, how to prolong life and cure incurable diseases and stuff like that.
Wow, boring, really. Boring.
I
You know
guess.
if I insight check that?
Go for
Sure,
it.
go ahead.
I don't know why, but that just sounds so. That sounds so weird.
Yeah,
Alright.
Rio's
You would
been
Sounds
you
like
think he's
original
secretly like a mad scientist, but actually like man.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, I got nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Rio has the same tendency as Kenji.
I got a nat 20,
Very
so spill the
Alright, what
beans.
do you want to know?
If I can tell if he was genuine about the research he's doing, or if it's actually something else entirely.
I mean, he's not lying, but he's not being
Okay.
100% truthful.
Okay, so it feels more like that's just what he says as a surface thing, so he can hide what he's actually researching.
I mean, kind of, but again, like he's not lying in the sense of like it. He doesn't do this research. Like his research is also about life
He's just not
Longevity.
telling the whole story.
yeah, he's just not telling the whole story.
Right.
Yeah, like a lie
I'll leave it
by
alone.
omission.
Yeah, a lie by omission.
Yeah, I think I'll leave that be for now then. I am surprised I got that nat 20 though. That was actually insane.
Yeah, and Rio has started the unfortunate trend of low insight rolls, just like someone else. That dragon in Stitch's nose.
I think I sucked the luck juice out of
Um,
you when I rolled then.
Speaking of Rio, what does Rio think of being the ringmaster, quote unquote, of our little fake circus here?
I mean, he does merit. It's not exactly the first thing that would have come to mind as getting in. I mean, he has his own tricks and spells and things he can do, but
Yeah.
circus is kind of not something you would have come up with at first.
Yeah, it was like,
Oh.
you know, Laura gestured to him and said, "Well, we already have a ringmaster," you know.
Cool.
So I want to know what his reaction was to that.
Actually, Cat Nora real quick kind of like says to Laura like, I think I can think of a second idea if everyone is more in Jesus Christ, if everyone's more enthusiastic about it instead, we could do more of a traveling theater.
I think either way there's some kind of show afterwards. There's no show. The city. Suspicious, yeah?
The thing about you is suspicious.
About look, not dress.
Yeah, I can't understand a word you're saying. It's not coming through at all.
Adjust your ear whatever you're connecting to your phone with for your, like, if you have like the wired earbuds or whatever, adjust it or something.
It's just like all I heard was like.
It's just,
Jesus Christ.
it's not
He sounds
coming
like the
through at
broken
all.
radio.
Sounds like the
I warned what happened.
Oh, you should sit.
No,
Sir Druce, you should totally sit there and just say into your mic, breaker 19.
Do it, do it, do it.
No. I will come over there and rip your pals off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It sounds like the first recording of human voice.
I told
You guys ever
man.
hear that? It's really funny.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah,
just- you can't even understand it.
But no, to be fair, Drews, it's not that like there's static in the background. It's your voice itself that is the static.
Yeah, like you're just not coming through at all. It's just.
I don't know why. I don't.
It like
Yeah.
comes in and out, which kind of sucks. It's like
Yeah, sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you can't, which is probably more annoying than it not happening at all.
yeah, it's not your fault. We know this.
If need be, you can probably text in the chat room, and we can like make sure to like say what you said if need be, so that way viewers know what you said.
Hey, Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like as a person.
Can you look at DMs whenever you get a free moment?
Sure. Ah, okay.
Hello.
So, hang on a second.
This first session's going well.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
For
pretty
the
fun
most
so far.
part, aside from technical difficulties.
Hey, there's
Speaking
your
of
voice.
technical difficulties, that came through perfectly.
Yeah. Just give it a minute.
Don't
Yeah.
jinx it.
Yeah,
What do you
right
mean
when we
don't
say like,
jinx
oh, it's
it?
good now, then it's
my
gonna
ass
just
is
break.
cooked, bro. It's just I'm cooked, bro. It's over.
Jeez.
Maybe I gotta invest in like a wireless head. There's a lot of stuff I need to invest in here.
I think just gain some simple Bluetooth earbuds might be a good idea.
I mean I
I think Bluetooth
have
earbuds are the
those.
last thing you want when it comes to good mic quality.
Yeah, because
I
then
mean,
I
at
just have to use my phone's microphone.
Yeah.
I don't normally, unless it's
Not to
because
mention, I
mine are
don't like to
different
wear
earbuds.
those like casually. Like I just got done with like an ear infection, so it's.
Ooh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
just
I wear,
restrict
like,
those for when I'm at
headphones.
work or when I do exercise. That's it.
Fair enough. Oh,
Otherwise, it's
to
bad.
take it back
I-
to
Hang on. Stitch is about to say something. Go ahead.
Tamaka stands up as he finishes smoking his joint, and he tosses it to the ground and steps on it. And he looks to the group. And he says, "I'm gonna go rent us a room so we can sleep for the night, and then I guess we can head out in the morning. Sound good?"
And then Laura just
no
nods.
complaints here.
Hey, that sounds great.
All right.
You keep your hands to yourself.
Excuse me, I would never.
Tamika leaves and goes to the inn across the street to go and rent a room for the night. You guys are free to go ahead and continue to roleplay if you'd like. So, just so that way we could say this in reality, above table, Stitches is getting pretty tired, so he's gonna go ahead and go get some rest. So, but which is fine. Which this session wasn't entirely important, really. Anyways, this is just
Yeah,
so that
it's
way.
just our starter to get
Yeah.
get us all introduced.
Yeah. So,
Indeed.
Yeah, if you
Sorry,
guys would like to
guys.
continue,
Weak. No, I'm just.
if you guys would like to
I'm just
continue
joking.
to play and role play and stuff like that, that's fine.
Mhm.
We can go as long as you like. But once you guys are pretty much cool with going ahead and ending the session, just let me know.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Nighty night. I hope those
think,
bed bugs
um,
bite. No, I'm just.
I think Loret looks over to Nelson, and by the way, what has Nelson been doing ever since he fell off his chair? Is he still just lying there? Because that's been my mental image. Is he's just still lying on the floor?
Yeah, he's been laying on the floor, but he's got like his feet up, like towards like
Yeah, he's, like-
the bar table.
Yeah, he's like propped up on
So
the
he
floor.
still has like that sitting back, posture thing going
yeah,
on, just
he's
on the
leaned
floor
back on
now.
the floor.
Yeah,
So he
you get
looks
some
over and
weird
down at
looks
him for
from the
once.
tavern patrons of you just like laying on the floor. This is not a
Yeah.
normal thing
Hey,
unless you're passed out drunk.
We're probably
I'm
already
just
getting
chilled
weird
the
looks
fuck
because we
out,
have a little
right?
kobold jester with us.
I'm just chilling. Everybody else
Yeah.
stressing out.
But Laura looks over at him, and he says, "Well, on the subject of plans, what are you gonna do when you get inside? Because we need a reason for you to be in. Are you going to scout ahead, maybe, and reunite with us when we get in?"
That was always the plan.
And he just, nods and he says, "Yeah, that sounds pretty good." And he's like, he sort of puts his little clawed hand to his chin, and he's thinking, if there are any other bases that need covered.
Just because
Yeah,
I'm
as
helping
he's,
out a
as
little
he's
bit,
thinking, Nelson's gonna pull himself up, pull the chair back up.
just to kind of help out
Hey,
a little
yeah.
bit, there is another thing that Nelson can do to help out the party besides just stealthing in. Scouting.
Yeah. Yes, that's what we just said.
I did not hear that. My bad. That might have been when I
Yeah,
was
we-
typing. Because Stitches was DMing
Yeah.
with me about like going to bed and getting some rest. I might have missed that when I was
Yeah.
typing and talking to him.
No, but we just literally the thing that was said before you said that was Laura had asked him what he was gonna do when we got in and proposed scouting ahead, and Nelson told him that was the plan. So
Also, darn
Yeah.
it, Nelson, I was gonna pour some beer on you.
Yeah, nice try, Peach.
but so and I still all this time Laura and Kat Nora have been playing the dice. I wonder how that's going.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Want to do?
I'm
I don't
winning.
know.
I'm gonna
Is
have you
there a
guys
thing of,
roll
like-
a contested deception check.
I have proficiency with dice set. Would that help? Would that help me at all?
Just because, just because you have good numbers within your dice, doesn't mean you're good enough to be lying about them.
Yeah, it's liar's dice.
Yeah,
Rolling the
you
dice is
picked,
only half
you
of it.
picked the game, brother. You fucked up.
My problem is, all my mentality scores are not the best. So.
You should have just made it regular dice.
Okay, so deception check.
Yep, contested
Yep.
deception check.
$18.
11.
$18 Fortnite
Oh
card.
yeah.
Who wants
So I would probably have to say
$19
that
Fortnite card.
that
Who wants it?
What's it?
Naz's character is winning.
Yeah.
Dang.
And he's pretty smug about it. He's just giving little jabs here and there, like, man, you should start winning anytime soon.
Nelson's laughing as he hears this.
Yeah. And the
hang on, hang
whole
on.
time he's messing with her too. Like he's using message and minor illusion to play tricks on her.
Damn.
And like message to say one thing and say a different thing out loud and be like, "What do you mean? I didn't say that."
And
Nice.
one
He's
of
been
the,
like leveraging all of his
gaslighting.
bard abilities. Yeah, he is.
Bro's just
as a
gaslighting.
response, she actually kind of like says a little bit to where just you hear it, but she says kind of just like, if you want to keep this up, I might just tell you. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, wait, I need to think of the phrasing. Is it if I'm telling on a person? Is it me saying like I might tell you on them or tell?
Tell on you.
What's the phrasing?
Yeah, tell on you.
Well,
to
yeah,
them.
but like, okay, yeah. If you keep this up, I might just tell on you to Brander.
To who?
Yeah, to who? What do you? Like out of
cousin-
character,
the
I have no
cousin.
idea what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
The cousin.
Yeah, right. And I think Laura, he just says what with a letter?
Sounds like a Muppet to me.
You know what? Oh, you know what? Fudge it. Is there a modifier to hit if I'm using a fist?
If
Yeah.
you're
It's a
using
roll
one.
to hit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just-
it's a roll to hit.
Yeah, add your strength.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Unless you're a monk.
Nah,
Yeah.
Or
I am a fighter though.
So how telegraphed is this punch that he's about to get?
Okay, I'm still imagining that like he's sitting like basically right next to me to an extent.
Yeah,
So,
I imagine
like,
that they're sitting
since
next
he's-
to each other, so they're pretty close.
If you remember the scene in Avengers, whenever Thor and Hulk took down that giant beast thing, and as they're like sitting there for a second,
I don't
catching
know
their
that
breath,
scene.
all of a sudden you see, all of a sudden Hulk, as he's like standing next to Thor, just like quickly just punches
I know
Thor
what you're
in the
talking
side.
about. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
okay. So
Mhm.
it'll be like basically a quick jab to where she punches him in the side, but he gets launched if it goes well. Oh, plus.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
A 6.
sex. Yeah.
What's your AC?
I like to think that he
My AC
he sees it coming.
is 14, though I think it's actually 15.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
that's
it's not.
then that would still be a miss even then.
No, I mean,
That's
I
not-
could be
that's not
fucking
directed.
naked and still it would miss.
I know. He basically
I mean,
whiffs the punch then.
Yeah, and Lord's AC is 12. Well, I think he sees it like. Well, this is directed at Lord, right?
No, this is directed at Nelson because he called
Oh.
the cousin a Muppet or something.
Bloody Muppet. He's a Muppet.
She was gonna say a response to Laura actually before Nelson
Hmm.
said something. And after she whiffs the punch to try to hit Nelson,
Yeah.
just like, damn you,
Yeah,
you
like he's-
pathetic
I
bastard."
imagine like he sees it coming and he like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Uh,
just
she
uses it,
would-
like, slightly moves out of the way.
Yeah.
She would say quickly to Laura though, just like, you know, he still got the hots for you though. He'd come down here as quick as he could.
And he just well, I mean, he probably blushes, but you can't see it because his skin is already red. And he just says, "I'd like to see him catch me."
So would I. And she takes a swig of her keg.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, the Outer
And then he
Worlds,
continues
that's a
to
good
beat her at the game.
Did you guys
Like, I
ever
imagine,
play
like, right after that, he,
the
like-
Outer Worlds or no?
I did. I didn't finish it, though.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, me neither. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I just never got back to it.
I
I
know the
wish
second
the,
one is a
uh,
thing now.
I wish the aim reticle wasn't off center though. That really makes me angry. It's like
Right.
below the center of the screen, and it's like infuriating. Why did they do that?
That's a good
Anyway,
question.
Cat Nora kind of like brings attention to Rio a little bit, just like, so how do you plan to add to this whole facade to distract the guards? I was in charge of the doors.
Well, if if Nelson plans on sneaking in, I could. I have a few ways of sneaking in by myself. Perhaps I could get into the city beforehand and play the part of a ringleader trying to get his troop in.
And Laura's kind of just nodding as he talks, listening.
I gotta say, the way your character voice is very creepy.
That is probably intentional.
Yeah, it is probably intentional,
Wills?
but it is very creepy.
Mine or Nelson?
Wills. Or, I mean, sorry, not Wills. Rio's. Your characters, Rio's.
Yeah, that's completely non-intentional.
Yeah, I might
Wow.
just kind of get the vibe of like a slow talking, like kind of like someone has like very good choice of words, an articulate person.
Yeah, even though he has -1 to both intelligence and wisdom.
Oh, wow.
Well, I guess like someone who's careful with their choice of words, I suppose.
Yeah. Dragon, would it surprise you considering you know exactly what I'm playing as?
Somewhat. You explained it a little bit.
And yeah, yes, I can sneak in my own way and hopefully be able to bring the rest of you in without much fanfare, but worst case scenario, we can head in during the night and perhaps knock a few guards unconscious and sneak in that way.
I might have a small idea to add to our skit, if you will. I wonder. Can I do like a perception check to see if I can find like maybe a random like 2 or 3 like females that are randomly somewhere in the tavern?
Sure. Go for
Like
it.
ones that look like they're slightly tipsy, maybe.
Out of context, this would be creepy, but go ahead.
Yeah, this
She-
sounds
She's
little...
a female, to be fair.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well,
Fair point.
yeah.
I spaced out. What's going on?
I'm looking for tipsy girls.
Yeah, see why that would sound a little creepy normally?
Oh my fucking god!
What? Oh yeah, you're too drunk to
That
notice
one.
anything.
Oh, hold on. No. I'm pretty damn sure my constitution is very good.
Unfortunately.
Well, what you just rolled speaks otherwise.
Yeah, clearly you're not feeling as good as you thought.
Yeah. And we will kind of point towards some, like, you'll point towards some people that appear to be tipsy. And he's going to try something.
Oh no.
He's going to try, as you're all distracted, cast a very simple spell.
Oh no.
Disguise self.
Mm.
When you guys turn back around, there's the second Nelson.
Nice.
Mhm. Mhm. And I think Lord kind of just looks over and he's like, he doesn't say anything, but his expression is just, interesting. Like kind of
think-
looking incredulously, like,
I think whatever face Cat Nora was making towards Nelson of like irritation has doubled as she sees double of him. But also, if she actually is that drunk, she probably sees quadruple. So she's just like, "Hey, why is
Hey,
there
I'm looking
phone-
real good. That looks good.
Why is there 4 Nelsons here?
Because I'm just that
just
good
simply-
looking. That's just how it is.
And Laura just says,
Yeah.
no, I believe there's only 2.
Tell
Shut
yourself
the
what
fuck
you
up.
want to help you fall asleep. I hate this. I hate that damn roll. Oh, fudger.
think,
She would try to.
Um,
I was gonna say she would try to explain basically that her idea was she would hire some random people to act like fans of our circus, quote unquote, to add on to the disguise that we are a like traveling circus.
Probably not. I don't think that would work, like, out of character, because, the they can't get in the city. So it
No,
would be weird
but
to have our fans following us to the city, as opposed to being in the city, you know?
True. Yeah. The idea was that like they randomly run up because they see us at the door and everything, but like I guess if they would be cautious to even go near the door, huh? Or the city, anyways.
Yeah.
Damn
And,
it.
like, we don't really want to involve other people here just in case, you know?
True.
And that's what Lord would say if the plan is explained, is he would kind of be against the idea of involving random people in this because of the risk.
Sure.
Yes, it's much better that we keep this to ourselves. And you just hear Nelson say that in Rio's voice.
Oh my god, I want to punch all 4 of you.
Right.
And
He
Lord
seems
just
to be
corrects
very.
again. Two.
He seems to be very prickly today. Very prickly.
Oh, I'm freaking Mr. Kinky.
What? The fuck
Earlier,
did you just say?
I said Mr. Kinky. And whatever face she thinks she's seeing, she tries to get in front of when she says that. So I'm hoping. You know what? Hang on.
I want you
pick
to
a number
roll
between 1
a-
and 4 real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want you to
1d4.
roll a d4. Yeah, I have a
See if
number
you
in
pick the
mind.
right
Go
one.
ahead and roll it.
Please. 1.
Yeah, you are off to his far right, talking to the air.
Oh damn it.
And I think
This is the
Lord just kind of like pulls her back over, and he's like, he just says, "I think you've had enough to drink for tonight."
No, let her keep going. Let her keep going. This shit is hilarious.
Come on, Lori. I haven't even done a whole cake yet. I can usually do 2 of these in a night.
It's just more than twice her body weight in fucking alcohol.
Yeah, and I think he just says, he says, "I think at this rate you'll be dead before you get halfway through the second."
To be fair, the reason why I feel like a reasonable way why she'd be so drunk already, she hasn't eaten.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would probably do it.
True.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Had she eaten, I feel like she'd have an easier time right now.
Oh my god, I don't know
and he
why
just
my
says-
fucking
And
coffee
he's just
is
like,
not
and I thought
working.
I couldn't hold my beer.
Ugh.
She does kind of like try to retort to Nelson because of him questioning the kinky things, just like, oh, and I call you kinky because you're weird about the fire.
Because I'm weird about the fire?
I said, how about you? Whatever the hell you said earlier about saying something like, oh, something like burned or something like that, and then
Oh,
she- so
yeah,
she-
I remember now. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, in her drunken soup though, she'd probably just be all like, when you said something about burning, and then so I said, shut it or I'll burn you, and you're just weird about it.
I mean, I might be into that. I might not be. You don't know. None of you know.
Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh no, actually, you know what? Let me try to think like if I'm drunk. If I'm
Get
drunk,
into
I
the
would
drunk
probably.
mindset.
The problem is, if I'm thinking drunk, I actually probably would do this. So, I've never been drunk, so this is me spitballing here. So, she actually probably would do this. Would you allow me to try to do a sleight of hand, but purposely do it at
At the
disadvantage?
level of drunkenness that you are, have you ever been really, really sick and had a high fever?
Yeah.
Not a high fever, but something like that, yeah.
I've
Where
had
you're kind of
scarlet
like,
fever.
you're having trouble seeing, and you're having trouble thinking.
Yeah.
You
How
know?
about like when you wake up after sleeping horribly and immediately go start doing things, and you can just barely keep a coherent thought?
Yeah, it's kind of like
yeah,
that,
no,
yeah.
that
When you're like when you're
I've
really
done
sleep
that,
deprived, immediately after waking up, and like you don't have hands basically because you're just like you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, I once I put the milk on the shelf and I put the cereal in the fridge.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna save it for later.
And then the moment I sit down to eat, I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You know what?
Put
You know what?
put a
Okay.
spoon in your cup.
I put my
Since you can't-
phone in the freezer and and left the burritos on the counter once.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
there was one time where I started freaking out because I didn't know where my phone was while I was looking at my phone. Like I couldn't feel it in my pocket, and I was like, "Oh, where'd it go?"
I
Dude,
did that
I've
with a
done
remote
that
one time, but I
before.
wasn't
I've done
tired.
that. I had my phone
also-
sitting in my lap, and I'm looking all around me for my phone, and it's sitting in my lap.
Yeah, but we expect that from you, old man,
Oh,
with your
well, thank you.
dementia.
Thank you. Back in
I
my
was
day.
saying,
Also-
Anyway.
maybe I was saying maybe she can't really like purposely get things that I want her to do, but I wanna. I wonder if there's something. There's those cups? No, because they have to be filled. Dang it. Okay, there's nothing I can do because I want her to randomly grab something, but I don't know what would be around her besides like them. I'm trying to think like, because I don't think she's gonna pass out yet. I feel like it's like one or two more sentences and then she'll pass out. But I'm just trying to think like, what the heck is she gonna do before she passes out?
Speaking of the old man thing that Sir Druce likes to keep going on about, you know, I was about to be like, back in my day, I had to walk to D&D. Uphill, both ways,
50 miles
in the
up
snow.
and downhill, in the rain.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Side
Don't
of
you
the
dare.
road.
School was uphill both ways.
Yeah, uphill both
The
ways.
sound of that sentence sounded very familiar to Walter.
Miles up and down both
Oh
ways.
no, yeah, the whole, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
On the side of the road.
You know what? I'm gonna have her say this, and then she'll probably pass out. She'll lean forward and grab the scruff of. Nelson's wearing a shirt, or no?
That's if you could find
Which
Nelson, because you're
Nelson?
seeing quadruple.
Yeah, I gotta find the right one.
Which
Yeah,
one?
so another D4. Another D4.
I got the shadow
Yeah.
clone
Yeah.
technique going on right now.
Yeah,
You
he's
ain't ready.
like Great Tiger. He's like doing like circles around, like, oh, can you get the real one? Can you get the real
Who
one?
do I grab? I got 3. Who do I grab? Do I grab the fake Nelson, real Nelson, or none?
No, you grab a random patron.
Oh,
You get some random guy.
Yeah, so it's just some random guy thinking that it's Nelson.
Oh gosh, she's still gonna say it though, 'cause she's that drunk. Oh, I hate this. But I'm doing it anyways. She'd say, "All right, Nelson, you let me do something nasty to you, and I'll let you do one in return." And she'll fall over backwards.
Yeah, and
The random
Laura,
guy
like-
is just like looking at the two of you like, what the fuck is this lady doing?
Yeah, and Laura tries to
Apologies.
stop her from falling, but he's too like she's too heavy and he's too small, so he just gets pulled down with her.
Yeah.
apologies,
180
mate.
pounds.
She's
and falls
she had a
over.
little bit much.
At that point, as everyone's distracted by Lord and Kanora falling,
Yeah.
Rio will end the disguise self spell.
Yep.
Now there's only 2 of them.
No, there's only 2. Oh, it's only a 50-50.
The cat
I like
Nora
to
is
think
now
that, like,
passed
as
out,
she's-
so
Yeah, I like to think that as she's passed out, besides the fact that she feels something under her back, so she's just like, oh, uncomfy bed. Like, she also might just say something just like,
fucking
"Gee,
elbows Laura
bed."
because she's
Yeah,
like,
I don't think
It's
I don't think she
uncomfy.
landed on him, but like he was like beside her and he tried to like grab onto her
Right,
clothes to
right,
keep her
right,
upright,
yeah,
and
I
he
got
got
that.
yanked down and slammed into the floor.
yeah. But yeah. So now you have
And he
a
gets like
passed
elbowed
out.
before he stands up.
You have a passed out cat Nora on the floor.
Yeah, and
Here,
he's,
I'm gonna
he's just
do a
looking
Which,
confirm
down at her,
just
like
so you guys know,
rubbing the side of his head.
just so you know, Stitch's character, Tomika, got you guys a room. So you each have a room over at the inn.
Yeah.
So whenever you guys do decide to retire for the night, it is there.
And
The issue is Nelson's not a particularly physically strong fellow.
Yeah.
And I don't
Lord
know
already
if-
has a solution for this.
Fair
He has let's see, let me get the exact wording for this. Yeah, he has 50 feet of hempen rope. So he is getting rope out and he ties it around Cat Nora's waist to make it easier to just drag her to the inn when the time comes.
Just drag. How about
Naz.
we just work together and just like lift her up or something instead of dragging
Yeah,
her?
well, that's what he's doing immediately. Like,
Naz,
he's probably done
was
this
this
before.
as I say, I did a roll real quick because I just wanted to see if
Mhm.
it was possible, and I'm thinking this with disadvantage. Does a 15 hit you?
Just sleep punch her.
The
I mean,
sleep
yeah, it
elbow
does.
is more
Armor class
like
is
it.
12, but I mean, I thought we were already saying that he got elbowed. It was just like, you know.
No, I know, but like, I wanted to see if she actually would elbow him or not. So I just rolled with disadvantage to see if she would hit or miss,
Yeah.
and she hit. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
as there on the side, yeah,
Yeah.
she's like.
I mean,
Advantage past it.
what is
Before he
it
can
for
stand up, he
a,
gets, like,
a melee,
elbowed in the stomach.
like a physical melee attack with no weapon? I think it's like what, a D4 for damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she would be purposely putting that much
Yeah.
force into
I don't
it,
think
to
it would be
fair.
enough to actually hurt him. It would just be like. It would
I would
suck,
probably
you
say
know?
if it was anything, then probably like 1 damage. That's it.
I mean, they are about to go to sleep, so I guess it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, he's like.
we're about to look like a pair of kidnapped
Yeah,
streets
he's
for
like-
real.
Yeah, he like that. As soon as he's like up and gets his bearings after falling over and getting elbowed, he starts tying the rope around her. It's almost like he's done this before.
Maybe.
Yeah,
All right, just
Rio
for
will-
fun, Naz, roll a strength
Mm-hmm.
check to see if you're able to drag her.
Can
I mean, that's what the
give
rope
it-
is for, is to make it easier.
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
it's not a
leverage
super high
advantage?
DC, so
Yeah,
She
Give
is
him
180 pounds.
yeah, and he's got decent.
I'd
strength.
say 180 pounds with the armor. If you're without armor, you'd probably
she has no
probably
armor.
be. Huh?
She doesn't have armor on. She has a
Jeez,
shield.
how
but that's about it.
fucking ripped are you making this freaking girl, man? Like freaking
She's a
bodybuilder,
dwarf.
I will
Dwarves are
crush
like-
your
She's
head
looking
with
like
my
Zarya
thighs like a
from
watermelon.
Overwatch.
Actually, to be fair, Dragon, I searched up the average weight for a dwarf, for a female anyways, and not being
They're
at
pretty
5
heavy.
foot, they're 180 pounds.
Because like,
Wow.
if
Stout.
you go by the Tolkien style of dwarf, which is the one that everybody uses, they're canonically like the same weight as a person. They're just condensed. That's why they're so strong. Is they're
Wow.
all
They're
the size
basically
and
just
mass
a
of a
can
person
of
condensed
condensed
into
milk.
dwarf size.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they're
The thing,
really like thick.
Yeah, the thing
Um,
I should probably clarify about for as far as Cat Nora, she would be looking slightly skinnier, but also because of the fact that she also is taller, so hence why like a little bit more
Yeah.
muscular, slightly, but not by much.
Ah,
But
okay.
like she wouldn't be as wide as dwarves would normally be, but she would definitely still be wider than the average human at 5 foot. But like not like
Yeah.
if she was
Okay,
fat, more
I
so just
see.
like her build is
Yeah,
that.
broad.
Yeah, I see.
She a little bit broader
She-
than the average
she
human,
thick.
but still yeah.
She's thick.
I
You know
get
what?
you.
That's canon. She's thick. She's a thick girl.
She's thick.
All right.
So
What did you get on that
Anyway.
strength check?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't rolled
Well,
it yet.
yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna help him. I'm gonna help him
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Then you'd
With,
get
Nelson
advantage.
getting help. Let's see.
And I'll help.
Yeah.
What
So
is
you,
Nice,
your strength,
16.
by the way?
16? Yeah, you'd be able to drag her.
Oh yeah. Lord has a.
What was the
+1
question,
strength.
Nelson?
Oh, I'm a -1, so this it's a good thing you're doing it.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
at
because
Yeah.
with the help action, it's you just get the
Yeah,
the
he
person
gets.
you're helping
Yeah, he gets
gets
advantage.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's a good thing I'm not the main one to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel I should ask. Nelson's the one helping with the carrying right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought of a random number in my head. What's your passive perception?
Mine is 12.
Okay, I'll say this at the very least. You see a shine, as preferred as it sounds, you see a shine from like underneath her shirt, on her chest. And
So
that's about
you,
it.
so she might be wearing like some kind of necklace,
Or amulet
Or
or,
maybe
something
she's-
like that.
you know-
Yeah.
There's something
or
shiny
or,
there.
or maybe she just
You
is a
don't know.
person with a
Bitter
stone in
Grip
their
would be very
chest.
curious right now because it's shiny.
He would.
Yeah,
he
be a
would.
little
Yeah, no,
interested.
but that's the
Um,
only thing. The number in my head you didn't beat, but at the same time it's like I feel like it would have been wasteful to just say something. But like at the same time, I'm giving you one thing that basically doesn't tell much, thankfully.
So how many people are watching us at the moment?
You guys
Lord is
are-
right there.
Yeah, you're also still in the tavern. You guys haven't left yet. He just yeah,
He's right there, and he's
he hasn't started dragging her
Visibly-
yet, but
like, as
Alright.
soon as Nelson comes to help him, he accepts the help, but he's also visibly keeping an eye on him. Like, make sure that he knows he's being watched while he helps out here.
all right. So do you
Yeah,
guys
you-
start dragging her
I'm
towards
gonna
the
wait.
tavern?
I'm gonna wait until we drag her out, and then I want to swipe whatever that was.
Oh yeah, that'd be a sleight of hand. But
Well,
Um,
again, Lord is watching. He is.
yeah, that's why
the
I'm
one
saying sleight of
driving
hand. It would be
the body. So.
it'd be against your
I'd
passive
say-
perception, Naz.
Yeah.
Naz,
okay.
I'd say for you, your character would know what it is because she would have at least told you
Yeah.
what it is and maybe showed you, and not said much detail for it, just shown you what
Yeah.
it is, but like expressed importance to it.
Yeah.
I don't think I told you what it is though, so I'll go ahead and text it to you
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so you should tell me.
Oh boy, that's bad.
All right, so so do you guys start dragging her to the
Yes.
tavern? Okay, I mean to the inn. So, what's your passive perception, Loret?
Yeah, Lord's passive perception is 11.
So meets beats. So he manages to swipe it without you noticing.
Mm,
Let's go. Let's go.
well, yeah, he's
Oh shit.
he misses it, but he's like looking, like he glances away, and then he looks back, and he doesn't seem to notice that it's gone. But he's, he kind of gives a glance to Nelson, that sort of like don't try anything glance, unaware that he has already tried something and succeeded.
What's with the weird look?
And he doesn't say anything. He just keeps dragging. All of his effort is in like trying to pull this heavy
All right,
dwarf.
so what about
I
you,
get
Rio?
it. I'm good looking.
Actually-
I know.
Rio, do me a favor. Tell me what your passive perception is.
Rio's passive perception.
These be a high.
It is a 9.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice
Are you
either.
serious?
I'm serious. My wisdom is a 9.
Uh,
Oh yeah, you just said that.
All right, so yeah,
Mhm.
Rio, you wouldn't notice either, and you're passed out, Cat Nora. So yeah, you
Yeah,
you
even though
drag
I
her. To,
My passive would actually beat his roll, which is funny.
yeah,
I'm the only one who would notice, but I'm passed out.
yeah. So you drag Cat Nora to the inn, and the innkeeper says that your rooms are paid for, so you are clear to go to your rooms. And you guys
Yeah.
get to choose. So
Hmm.
whatever room you choose for Cat Nora, and then you guys can choose your own rooms as well.
yeah. Laura just puts her in one and unties the rope and puts it all back and just kind of leaves her like near the bed, but he can't lift her to put her on it.
I'm not gonna be a
Um,
dick. I thought about it for a hot second, and then I decided not to. I was gonna
What?
have you roll a Constitution saving throw, Cat Nora, to make
For what?
sure that you don't pee yourself or puke, because you're so drunk.
Rude. She's 50 years old. I'm pretty sure she could get used to it by this point.
But yeah, I decided not to be a dick, as funny as it would be. So yeah, you guys are at the inn. You guys can either continue to roleplay amongst yourselves, or you guys can choose to rest for the night, and we can call the session for today.
Actually, there is. I
Um,
just thought of it. Once Laura like unties the rope off of like Cat Nora and leaves her near the bed, he like goes to leave and then he thinks about it and he goes back and he gives her a look over to make sure that she wasn't messed with, because he's still a
All
little
right,
suspicious.
roll me an
Why
investigation
everybody
check.
thinks Nelson's a pervert. This is crazy.
I mean, he's not helping his own case.
Oh, that's
so
fair.
roll
Dragon.
No,
me
that's fair.
an investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon,
that's
could
a
you text
5.
Tien? Yikes.
What'd you get?
5.
Yeah, you don't notice that the amulet is missing.
Yeah, he doesn't notice that.
Amulet.
Or whatever it is. I forgot. Sorry.
Hmm.
I was planning
Yeah.
on asking you to remind me once we finish the session, so...
Yeah.
I was also
he
going to
doesn't
ask about it
notice,
because right
and-
now all I'm thinking it is the Allspark.
Yeah, you
But
should
text
also
it to
send
you
it
right
to...
now.
Yeah, you should also send it to...
I'm about to. Dragon, real quick, can you send me the name of... Oh, fudge. And my thing... Hang on, let me text you real quick.
Yeah, Laura, he leaves after his inspection, he closes the door, and then he goes to his room. And whatever he does in there is a mystery.
Alright.
Hey, yo, what do you mean by that?
No, he's just going to sleep, but I like being mysterious about it because nobody would see him.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing.
Yeah, yo, you don't know. And he's just
You
sleeping,
don't
but you
know.
don't know. He might be doing something.
Bro's definitely in there gooning, bro.
Rio will.
He has a magical porn magazine in the frickin' room with him.
Huh.
Magical porn magazine.
What would that even do? Would it like
Bro-
move like Harry Potter?
Bro decided to pick the gooner feet.
Right?
Gives you the ability.
Like the Harry Potter newspapers?
Yeah, like it's a magazine just like the Harry Potter frickin'
Moves.
newspapers.
I really shouldn't have given freaking anything to Nelson, I swear. I didn't realize there'd be another freaking bitter grip.
Hey, Bittergrip didn't steal from people.
No, but he liked taking anything shiny.
Yeah, he wasn't a
That's
thief.
true. Yeah, I'm not a thief.
Also,
Why would
I-
you ever say such a thing?
Why would you ever say such a thing? I believe it.
I'll
Yeah,
end
but
up
he
giving
feels
it
like
back, probably.
Accusations.
Hopefully, otherwise she's gonna probably punch you in the morning when she realizes
In
it's not
fact,
there.
in fact, it's perfect that everybody else is going to sleep. It's the perfect opportunity to return it once I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a roll to see if she would happen to wake up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
totally
know if
gonna
that would be fair or
return
not.
this,
Maybe she might be.
solid gold amulet with like a giant, it's like diamond with 17,000 faces on it that has an enchantment to create gold pieces out of copper.
Alright, well, in that case, I might not return it. But...
I'm just gonna borrow it for a minute. And like in the morning,
gonna-
he like walks out with like a comically oversized bag of gold. It's like, how do you do?
No, I had this when I walked in. You just don't remember.
Yeah.
It was all the drinks last night.
You just didn't see it, yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I went to the bank and took out all the gold in my account.
Yeah. Yeah. For no reason in particular.
No
It's
reason.
like a Daggerfall. You go to the bank and get like a loan of 20 billion gold pieces and never come back. I love that. That's like the meta for that game. If you want to have the best setup for that game, is the moment you start, you fast travel to like some province that you'll never go to again, borrow all the money you can from the bank, and then never come back, since they can't get the money back from you.
It's kind of what I do if you play Mount Blade Warband. A lord will send you out to go collect taxes for like his tenants. So you have the money in hand, and it's not a small amount of money. It's usually like 17,000 gold.
You just leave.
Yeah, I just never talk to that lord ever again. I take that money, and that fuels the beginning of my game.
That's my money now.
That's what I'm fucking saying. And he's like, "Hey man, so
Teach him to collect
how's
it
that
himself."
quest I sent you on? Like, where's the money?" I'm just like, "I'm still
Quest?
working on it. I'm still working on it."
like riding the most expensive horse, like the golden armor quest. What quest?
Yeah, man, don't worry, I'm still because since I have like the quest item, the quest never expires, so it sits on my log forever.
Yeah.
Because usually there's like a time limit to it, but since I technically have it done, there's no time limit to turn it in. So he's just waiting for that money forever. He ain't ever getting it.
Drews, I sent you the text. So you should be getting a thing that's like a message request in your
Damn.
notifications or whatever.
So it's not the Midas touch amulet. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I
No,
lied
but
to
it's
you.
something that's probably just as important for personal lore.
Indeed. I learned something new. I
Yes.
satisfied my curiosity, and that was really the only reason I took it.
Are you gonna put it back?
Am I going to put it back? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna put it back.
So, everyone
Dragon.
is still awake.
So no,
Ooh.
I wouldn't say, because it's really soon after you passed out from being drunk. I'd say it's too soon for you to wake up. So
Damn it.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna sneak into her room to I'm just gonna put the ring on like the nightstand next to the bed.
Stealth check.
Imagine
Please
you
get caught
rolling
by
that
Lauret.
one.
Yeah, now
Please
when
get
you
caught
trip
by
over.
Lauret.
I sneeze and trip on the way in.
Right.
Yeah.
Nat one.
Nat one. Nat
Oh
one.
my god!
Yes, Nat one.
Nat one. Nat one.
Nat one.
Oh my goodness!
So
Oh, you can't make this shit up.
You are. I'm gonna say it this way, just because it would actually be funny. You come in to put the ring back, and just as you do it, Lauret's character trips and falls through the door.
Oh, like he was.
What?
Like was he? What was he like leaving?
Um,
And
like you were, like you were
timing or
using
something.
it. You had. Well, actually, no. This will be even funnier. He doesn't notice you just kind of borrowing Kat Nora's freaking chamber pot because she was asleep, so she was passed out. No need to worry about her waking up and seeing you doing it. So you just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna use the chamber pot real quick. But
he's just.
Nelson doesn't notice you, and you're just like standing there peeing, looking at him.
He's just there. He didn't say anything.
Menacingly.
He doesn't say anything.
He's just
And-
He just watches.
menacingly.
Then you see a fox looking in through the window.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, he's
know
gonna
what?
put the ring on the nightstand, thinking, smooth operator here.
Yeah,
he's, like,
and
so
you
proud
turn
of himself.
around to just seeing Lauret just looking at you as he freaking
Yeah.
pees in the chamber pot, like staring at you.
And then
Alright.
you
Yeah.
and then
Nelson's
you look
just
out
like, you know what? You don't say anything. I don't say anything. I think that's fair.
Then you look,
Yeah, and he just
Hold on. What were you saying? What were you saying, Will?
and then you both look out the window, and you see a fox hanging upside down, looking into the window. And then it just scrambles up the side of the wall.
Random fox, just chilling. Anyway,
Yeah,
go ahead. Continue.
Both of you give perception checks.
What are
Okay.
you doing?
yeah, that's strange.
Strange
But
fox.
What would
No, I'll roll
Lawrence'
that, but-
response be, by the way?
Yeah.
I got a
16's not bad.
16 for the perception.
I got a 7.
Oh shit. So, yeah.
But Lauren he just nods because I think he understands now the situation after seeing him come back and put it down. He's like, oh okay, I see what's going on here. So he just nods, but he's just been watching the whole time. He knew.
Listen, you don't say anything. I don't say anything. Let's just keep it simple, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nelson.
Nelson C.
You see that one of the fox's tail reminds you a lot of something that someone else had that you've seen very recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
That was certainly something.
yeah, let's just say that you saw a similar looking foxtail probably 10-15 minutes ago.
Wonder
Rio.
where it's from.
Hmm.
Could be from anywhere.
Oh, yeah. He might need a reminder of specifically where he's seated.
Yeah, you
Player him anyway.
Yeah. So yeah. So above table, you saw a very similar foxtail be used as the collar
Oh my
for
god.
Rio's
Yeah.
cloak.
That's
So
familiar. That's not a neck piece.
no, it's much more of like the cloak's collar. Kind of
He's Doctor
like
Stranginess.
Pretty much.
maybe not. But yeah, the fox is going to scamper away.
Man, this has been a really popular place tonight. This is a little weird, but
And Lord just he just makes his way out without another word.
All right.
Well,
So, what do you
time for
guys?
Nelson to make his way out too.
What do you guys think of going ahead and calling the session right now? Since this was just an introductory
Yeah, and-
episode.
There really
that's
wouldn't be any
perfect.
way to continue with one person missing.
Yeah.
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 Bro.
So, all right.
Oh, things that they missed.
Yeah, a surprise fox appearance.
It's like that one picture. Hang on, let me get it.
All right. So, can my
Like-
those of my players who are actually part of that are actually on my Twitch, would you guys mind joining my Twitch real quick for the raid, because we're gonna raid out?
And looking in table talk. This is Stitches leaving before seeing this amazing encounter.
Ah.
Well, I know, Will, you haven't left, but Naz, do you have Twitch?
No, I don't.
Oh, wait, no. So it was Red that had Twitch, and I don't think Sir Drus does either.
I mean, I have a Twitch. I don't know if I have it on this phone or.
Right. So, Red, would you mind joining the joining my Twitch to be able to join the raid? Hello.
Great.
That's you. That's you, Red, right there.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, here we go.
That's me.
We're raiding out. Here we go. All right. Since we don't have any people in our Twitch chat, everybody gets to say goodbye to the people of YouTube as well.
Goodbye, YouTube.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, and if you want to acquire some of the stuff that we use, check out Loot Tavern.
Yeah, Loot Tavern. We are not affiliated with Loot Tavern, just so
Not
you know.
sponsored.
Yeah,
Not
we're not
sponsored.
sponsored. We're definitely not sponsored. But yeah, we're just check them out. So, all right. We'll see you guys next time. All right. And we are officially rated out.